Hello everyone. I'm here today to give you the explanation and details of how to perform the virtual laboratory on hands-off. Right. So there are some instructions. What you can see is here the window of virtual laboratory which has been there. So once you type vlab on Google, that is vlab experiment on handoff, and you click the first portal itself, you can see that this is the page which appears on your that is the Google window. Now, what we have is there are instructions which are given as introduction, theory, instructions to how to perform the experiment, demo, download, quiz, and references over here. If you go through the instructions, there are many instructions given, that is how to perform the experiment and what are the prerequisites which are given in the experiment. So once you click here, you can go through it. But before performing, they have given some Java download here. But though they have given the Java download, it's difficult on the 64-bit machine that is to perform this virtual experiment. So what is the prerequisite or what are the software requirements which we can go through, as I'm going to give the details and also give you how to perform this handoff experiment. So once you click on Google, what you do is you download Java, that is 8 for 64-bit. So just type Java 7 for 64-bit, that is Windows 64-bit. So once you click on it, what you can see is we'll be going to the Oracle, that is the first website, that is of Oracle. Click on this particular site and you have a setup which has been there. Now in this setup, what you can do is you have to download the Java, that is SE environment, that is the runtime environment which has been there. So you need to see that you download the Java runtime environment U80 which has been there on the that is the Oracle portal. And from that, you have to select, that is the 64-bit download which has been over here. So download the exe, only the exe file over here. It will ask for you a pop-up. So just click on it, that is I accept, and just download the Java. I have already downloaded and I have installed Java on my laptop itself. So you can see that, okay, it will ask you for the Oracle account. If you don't have an account, sign up, create an account and download the Java 7 on your PC or on a laptop which are performing, right? So I have already downloaded. What you can see is in my downloads, you can see that Java is already downloaded over here. I have also installed Java, correct? Now, after installing Java, that is if you run this and say yes and install Java, after installing it will, that is I have already done, so I'm not going to once again download it, but you can just read some few instructions and just click on install and you can install Java itself, right? So this is the way that is you install Java. It just takes hardly a minute to that is download Java. So I will just wait now once it's downloading. Rather, I have already downloaded the Java software. So here I have downloaded once again. Now, what you do is once you download Java, you have some basic requirements which you have to go for. What are these requirements is, that is you click on the control panel once you download Java. So once you click on the control panel, that is search for the control panel. So I'll be searching for control panel. So this is my control panel. I'll open control panel. Now in the control panel, what you do is on the search window, just type Java over here. Once you get a Java over here, double click on this. You'll find some options which are given over here, right? So click on the security option and select the medium, that is setting, that is medium security for it. Click on apply and click on OK. So as I said, I have already done this. So once you say that if I'm keeping my security to medium, once I'll select it to medium, I have to say apply and then I have to say it OK, right? Once you have done with this, close the window and now go to the experiment, that is the vlab experiment. So I'll once again close my Oracle window and come to the vlab experiment window itself. Now here what you need to do is you select the download option And in that download, you have two options which you can see. One is download the video and the second is download the experiment. So once you click on the download experiment, you have to click on the download experiment and you need to download that is the experiment setup. Now this is a RAR file which has been there. You can convert this RAR file into a zip file and unzip the file. We need the extracted file which has been there. That is the unzip file. So I'll just show you, that is I have downloaded both. That is the RAR file itself and I have the zip file itself. Once you unzip the file, this is the folder which I have extracted. You need to fully extract the folder itself. So I have extracted the folder. Now in that extracted folder, what you do is you click on experiment8.jnlp file itself, right? To open the experiment, you just click on experiment8.jnlp file. Now it will once again ask that as remind for the updates. So you just click on later and it will go further itself. It will give you one window and it will ask that whether you want to run this application. Just agree, that is accepted, and just click on the run option. Once you click on the run option, what you can see is there is a window which has been appeared for you, and that window you have a start option which has been given over here, right? So you click on the start option and your experiment is going to be started. So you need to type your name over here. So just I'll type my name so that it will become easy. I'll show you why to type the name and what is going to be the use of it. So click on OK. Go to the experiment setup which is given over here. Now, what does this experiment setup tells you is, this experiment setup shows you the way to perform the experiment. What is the way to perform the experiment? See, here there is an environment which has been provided. That is, in which environment you want to run the experiment. It is a rural environment, it is the urban environment, it is the urban macro, micro, and so on. So I'll just select any one of the environment. So I have selected the urban micro environment. What you can see is there is a cell setup which has been given. So there is a shape of hexagon which has been used, and in every area there is a trans receiver which has been placed, correct? So it's a base station transmitter which has been shown. What you have next is there is a reuse factor which has been given. So you select the reuse as per your requirement. So here you can see once I select the 3 as the reuse, once I select 4 as the reuse, once I select 7 as the reuse, so reuse number of cells is going to change. So you select any one of it, and what I'll do is I'll select 3 over here now. After that, it is nothing but the cell radius which has been asked. So you can select it in meters. So it is nothing but 200, 116 and so on, as well as it is 50, 100. So what I'll do is we'll select the minimum that is 50 over here. You can select anything, right? Then there is nothing but a sectoring option which has been given. That is, once you select a sector, that is how many sectors you have created in one cell, so that how many antennas you are going to use over here, right? So this gives you beam width of the antenna, it gives you the rotation, it gives you the tilt which has been there. Then there are some shadowing options which are also been given over here. Keep the options as it is, okay? The next options you have is the signal, that is noise factor which has been there. Then it is a bandwidth which you're going to give, and there is another thing that is a signal to noise ratio. So what you do is you keep the signal to noise ratio 5 now. We'll change the signal to noise ratio and we'll see what is the effect, right? There is also a speed of the mobile which has you can change over here. So if it is 50, I can write it as 100, that is minutes per seconds, which has been moving by. So you can change it by changing the tab itself. I'm not going to change it. Now I'm going to keep it as it is, that is 50. The below part, what you can see is the number of handoffs which is going to be, that is given when the handset is moving from one cell to the other cell. The number of call drops which is going to take place, the time required for the execution, the SNR which is going to be displayed, and the outage time which has been there. That is probability that your call is going to be dropped, or probability that that is the power is going to be dropped, is nothing but outage. All these aspects is nothing but also given over here itself. So it's going to create a table for me. What to do is, once again, you give the setup. You don't change anything if it's possible for you. So you just click first time when you're performing, click sectoring, click shadowing, keep the parameters, default parameters as it is, and just click on the start option which is over here. Once you click on the start option, what you can see is the mobile is moving from one cell to the other. Now you have that is experiment session is completed. I'll say just yes, okay. What you can see is the SNR is 5. The call drop is 0. The number of handoffs which are taking place is nothing but 3, and so on. The time taken and so on. So what I'll do is now I'll change the speed, or we'll say the radius over here to be, we'll say 100. So I'll keep it 100, and I'm changing the SNR over here, right? I'm changing the SNR. Instead of 5, now I'm keeping the SNR, that is 10. And once again, we'll check it. So I'll just say start. See, I haven't changed the speed of my mobile. So I'll just click on start once again. What you can see is the mobile is moving from one that is cell to the other cell, and the process will be completed, saying that the experiment session is completed. Once again, I have a reading which has been displayed over here, that is 10 is my SNR. The number of handoffs are nothing but 1, and so on, the parameters which have been displayed. Now with same parameters, I'm going to keep my SNR, that is signal to noise ratio, to 20 itself. So I'm increasing the noise and reducing the signal strength over here. So what we'll do is once again click on the start. Once you click on the start, see what you have seen is there was somewhere a red thing which you saw when it was moving from one that is cell to the other cell. That shows that there is somewhere a handoff, which that is a call drop which has been taken place. What is a call drop? The call drop is 1. There is a call drop which was been there itself. Once you remove the shadowing also, you can see the effect of the shadowing itself, but I'll keep it as it is. As I said, that is, we are going to select that is the cell radius to be less, that is 50. And once again, with 20 as the SNR, I'm going to once again check the parameters itself. So I'll just click set. And what you can see is again, there is one call drop which was seen over here, right? So this is how you can see the call drop. Now what I'll do is, instead of 50, that is the speed of the mobile, I'll keep the mobile speed as 100. Now we'll see what is the change. That is, my SNR is nothing but 20. Instead of 20, I'll just put it as 10. And then we'll check out what is the parameters, how the parameters are going to check. So see, with the speed of the mobile, see how fast it is moving. The speed I have made it double itself, right? So once again, I have taken down the reading. You can see that readings are noted down over here with the speed change. Now again, keeping the speed as it is, but once again, I'm changing the SNR over here. I'm making the SNR over here to be 20. And I'll just click on once again start, and just see how many call drops you can see. There is a red things which are being clear, that is shown, and it shows that the number of call drops are nothing but 3 call drops are being taking place, right? So changing the typical parameters over here, you can perform the handoff experiment, and we can just that is observe the settings. So this is a best experiment which was designed by IIT Kharagpur on that is handoff. So I just request all to that is perform this experiment, which is a best experiment to understand the concept of handoff. Once you finished with the experiment performance and changing the parameters, what you do is you click on the report option, right? So it will ask that is where to save the report. So I'll just click on the document where I can just save my report. So I'll just click on documents, and I'll say report on experiment, that is handoff. So I have said I have saved it as report underscore handoff. So we'll just open it once again. So I'll just save, correct? And okay, so the report has been saved successfully. I'll go to the document option and I'll search for the report. Yes, the report on handoff is over here. That is report underscore handoff, which we had done today. That is on 22nd. So I'll just double click on this. What you can see is here that the laboratories, fading channel and mobile communication channel. My name has been displayed over here. The parameter settings are being given over here. What are the initial parameter settings, and whatever the parameters which we have changed have been put in a result table. So this is the best thing which has been that is given through the VLab experiment, and you can see the comparison parameters for different values of SNR. You can see number of that is call drops which have been there, the number of handoffs which have been taking place, the time which has been recording, then the outage time which has been there, then the percentage outage which has been performed by, correct? You can ask the students to generate, or the students can generate a report out of it. So you have the name of the faculty, you have the name of the students which has been displayed over here, right? So this is how you can perform the handoff experiment. If you go through the virtual laboratory once again and go through the that is laboratory, that is fading channel and mobile communication, what you can see is, see here, there are list of experiments which are being present. What are these list of experiments? Is, see, all related to mobile communication, that is fading channel. What is to understand the path loss, the shadowing concepts, and so on. So fading, you have frequency selective, you have a sectoring, we have frequency reuse concepts itself. The same process you just follow, that is go to the download option, download the experiment, extract the total files over there and select the JNLP file. But before that is performing the experiment, once again what you have to do is you have to download Java runtime U8 and only 64-bit exe file. Download it. You have to keep the setting to be minimum, that is a Java security setting to be setting to be medium, and then you have to, that is, click on the download option, right? So this is how you can perform the experiment on VLab, that is regarding the experiments itself. Now the second thing which you can also do is you need to submit a feedback for this. So on the VLab, you have the that is a VLab submission part. How you of the feedback itself. So it is IIT VLab. So you just click on this. What you'll have a portal where you can see it is IIT B select IIT B VLab co.in virtual lab. These are the old websites. So just click on iitvlab.co.in. Once you click on this, what you'll do is you'll be moved to a site and you have to click on the outreach portal over here. Once you click on the outreach portal, just check it out. Yeah, so you have a window which will be open. In this window, what you do is you click on the feedback of forms. Once you click on the feedback forms, you have an option over here that is in-house feedback. Click on this in-house feedback, and what you can see is you have your own login. So you need to create your own login, and you need to that is give your feedback through this particular login itself. Enter your email address and so on. So we'll just put out everything and you have to submit the feedback on the VLab experiment, right? So this is how you will perform the experiment on VLab, that is regarding handoff itself. So this is how the experiment has been performed. If you liked, that is the process, you do share to your that is friends, and ask them that is to perform the experiment. If any that is issues you have related to the same, you can comment, send a comment to me. I will just try to solve the issues itself, right? So thank you for that is hearing to me and listening to me, and thank you once again. Thank you.